Hello, everybody, and welcome to a very somber episode of Atheist Sunday School. Because Ruben is no longer with us.
Today, at least.
So, shut up! I'm doing a thing.
Oh, okay.
Ruben is no longer with us. Some would say he's in a worse place.
I think so.
Shut up, Chris. God, I was doing this whole thing to make it sound like he died, just so I could say he's at a fucking some family shit.
He's at a baby shower.
At a baby shower.
I
See,
know.
okay, that's the fucking joke, and you fucking ruined it, Chris.
That's the comedy of this show.
You piece of shit.
Yeah, all right, let's start the show.
Yes.
We got 100 points,
Yes.
maybe?
So let me just start off today by introducing
Our
guests.
guests.
Yes. Okay. So we have, first and foremost, we have Kyle and Steve from the Non Sequitur Show. Say hello, guys.
Hello,
Hi,
guys.
I'm terrified.
All right. So the Non Sequitur Show, if my audience doesn't know, is a fantastic show, and I recommend checking it out. It is absolutely fantastic. And then our other guest, the one and only, the man, the myth, the legend, Logicked.
Hello.
Oh wow, that's sexy.
And, do I sound like God? Did it work?
It sounds pretty Darth Vader-y.
Excellent.
Sounds pretty intense. All right.
I'm gonna have to talk that close to the mic for the rest of the show if I want to keep that up. I don't think I will.
Commit.
I don't have that kind of commitment. This is like an hour and a half, I think.
Somewhere
know.
around there.
It can be that.
All right. So we're starting off today with the 100-point show. And let's see what I have in store for all of you. This is the show where the points don't matter and the questions don't matter either. All right. So this one is fairly easy, I think. Which Russian scientist used dogs to study conditioned reflexes?
I know.
Pavlov.
Oh, wait. Pavlov, yeah.
Oh,
Do
man.
we have to like raise our hand, or what do we do? How does this work?
You can just shout it out, whatever. It is
That's
Pavlov.
Pavlov.
Okay, what Kyle
Yeah.
said, I knew that.
Yay, I'm winning.
He's winning.
How would this raising the hand thing? If we have to raise the hand, I am excused
You're
from every question.
Nobody has to raise their hand.
Yeah, this is biased against you, obviously.
No, this
Say
is
top
biased
hat.
in my favor. That means I let you answer them all, Steve.
All right, so
probably know
two
them
of
all
you,
anyway.
I guess, or I don't know if Logic answered. I didn't hear it, but whatever. 100 points.
Congrats.
Yes, congratulations. All
Hold
right.
on to those.
Yeah, hold on to them. You might need to cash them in later for absolutely nothing. So,
Excellent.
who wants to go next? Kyle, do you have a 100-point show trivia question for us?
Sure. This is arguably Steve's greatest weakness.
Oh,
What
I
is
know.
beard pulling?
Yeah, wait.
What is what?
What is beard pulling?
No, but I also want to go
Pull
with
the
that.
beard,
It's a much
like-
better answer.
Okay, I got it. I got it.
I don't know.
The answer.
I don't know the answer to this own question. Dealing with
The answer is Mercedes Carrera.
Oh, that would be, that's up there.
No, but that's good.
That is good.
That's a good answer.
Have you guys
Lawrence,
ever
yeah.
had her on the show? You could
Yeah.
probably get her.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, she's good. Yeah, she'll be on again. Actually, coming up. She'd
Oh,
love
I,
it.
I didn't realize you'd had her. Okay,
She's
cool.
amazing. Well, we didn't have her in the biblical sense of the way.
Well,
I wasn't thinking that, Steve, but I'm glad
I
my brain
was.
went there immediately.
hold on now.
Biblical sense.
That depends on how you use that word, because I did a lot of research for that particular episode, and so in many ways you could make a case for that. I think there were many times where I really got into my work.
Oh my god.
The good stuff.
What?
All right. Steve, do you have a 100-point show trivia question?
Yeah, what's the best question to ask to be the all-time winner for the trivia show?
That question. Congratulations. Wow.
That question has never been asked before. This is a revolutionary moment.
Yeah.
I'm very meta in my approach to these things.
Excellent.
I am not high enough for this.
I am going to say, how much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood?
Oh, no.
They actually did studies on that, and it was like 3 pounds.
That's
Impressive.
the number. All right.
I don't know if anyone's going to win that. I don't give a shit.
I totally made that up.
All right, Logicked.
Logicked, yes. 100-point show
All
question.
right. I'm a bit of a narcissist, so I'm going self-referential. What is the single most important qualification of a scientist?
Objectivity.
I'm going to go with they are masked.
You're all wrong. It's a lab coat.
God damn it.
Damn.
So obvious.
A white one? Wait, are you gonna say that? A white lab coat? It has to be
Yeah,
white. Right?
specifically a
White.
massively oversized white lab coat.
Yeah.
Darn.
I almost said that too. I was so close.
Yeah, of course you did, Kyle. That's what they all say.
Shut
So-
up, Logic.
What I absolutely love is that Steve's cup is green.
Yes.
You like that? When it actually has a little screen thing, it actually is like magic. It'll like.
It's like see-through Mountain Dew.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's
See
so
through
sad.
Mountain Dew.
What simple things amuse him now. It's so sad what simple
Doesn't
things
take
amuse him
much.
now.
Yeah. We are not sponsored by Mountain Dew, although we totally want to be.
Yep, please.
All right. So now that we have some people in here, hello everybody, and welcome to the show. I am recovering from a cold, so I probably sound a little bit stuffy. Fucking sucks.
Yeah.
This thing almost killed me. It was like really bad earlier this week. So I'm really glad that I'm at least well enough to do the show today. So let's try to since we have more $10 patrons, that means we have more people in our T-shirt raffle, our monthly T-shirt giveaway.
So we've got 5 people who
Yes.
qualify for it, and we're going to have
Yes.
a spinning. Here it is.
Five people who qualified for it. Here's a big T-shirt spinner. So Chris,
Yeah.
spin that wheel.
Spinning the wheel.
All right, and tell us who it lands on.
Is it spinning?
Oh well, I don't see it yet, but
Oh, it doesn't look like it's spinning.
oh, it is. It is apparently.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Oh, it landed on the blue one. Dune.
Wait, hold on. You spun it again. So
I spun it twice?
yes,
It didn't spin on the screen, though.
yes, it did. Okay, whatever.
Okay, well,
Okay, on the screen here, I
Oh.
see Samantha.
that's who won.
Yes.
All right, well, Samantha won then. It doesn't
Okay.
matter what my little screen here says.
Okay, so
Congratulations.
yes, congratulations. I'll be messaging you to get T-shirt size and whatnot.
I'm glad it actually spun, though, if it did.
Yeah, yeah.
I was
It
on
did,
a different
it,
screen.
It
I
did
couldn't
spin.
get to see it. So.
It did spin.
Cool.
Okay.
Awesome.
All right, so then some announcements. So on the 20th, I'm going on the Drunken Peasants, and that's really big for me. So I am very excited to do that, and that's that announcement.
Congrats.
Have you
Yeah,
chosen your
thanks.
drinks yet?
And then I've also been thinking about our $20 or more, one of our $20 or more patron perks is a weekly hangout. I am considering changing that to a monthly because that's a lot of hangouts, that's a lot of time. So I might just change it. Not sure yet. I'll get in contact with all the patrons and see how they feel about it. See if they want to keep up their thing. So that's the announcements. And then today we are going over the Book of Ruth.
Whole thing.
Yep, the whole thing, because the Book of Ruth is
4 chapters.
4 chapters and incredibly short. Stop fucking cutting me off. So incredibly short. So,
But exciting.
super exciting. The most
Hell yeah.
It's not the most exciting. I think the most exciting was Judges because that shit was fucking crazy.
It was.
Yeah. So
I'm looking forward to the begats.
oh yeah, the begats are great, but the
This is my
begats are
favorite
interesting.
part of any book.
The begats in this book are interesting because that's primarily how we can date this book to when it was written. So that's they're like some of the only begats that are like actually useful. Like there are very few begats that have actually been useful in scholarship. So let's start off with versions. I am using the English Standard Version. Kyle, what are you using?
I'm using the New International Version.
All right. Steve, how about you?
I am using the NRSV, which is the New Revised Standard Version.
All right, and Logicked, what version are you using?
I was very firmly ordered before the show to use the American Standard Version.
I recommended it.
He had no choice in it. He was forced to against his will.
Wow.
I was.
Rape culture.
And for everyone that wasn't here earlier and asking in the chat, Ruben is at a shitty family event.
Yep.
So, yeah.
Please enjoy his entire absence.
Yeah, and right here we
In
are.
memory of Ruben, there is a chair in this shot.
Yes.
Otherwise, we can just go to Lawrence.
Yeah, there's a chair with the Bible that he uses that we will not be using today.
There's also an inaudible sad trumpet going at all times.
All right, so because my version has this introduction, I'm going to read this introduction.
Boo.
Shut up, as is tradition. The Book of Ruth tells of a young Moabite widow who, out of love for her widowed Israelite mother-in-law, abandoned her own culture, declaring, "You shall be my people, and your God my God." Though she was destitute and needing to rely on the kindness of others, Ruth's disposition and character captured the attention of Boaz, a close relative of her deceased husband. Boaz fulfilled the role of kinsman redeemer and took Ruth as his wife. Ruth serves as a wonderful example of God's providential care of his people. And as we learned from the previous books, he doesn't fucking give a damn.
No.
He is going to be shitty all
Yep.
the fucking time.
Yep. There isn't a point where he has redeeming values as a main character yet.
Not even a little. And of his willingness to accept Gentiles who seek him. Ruth was an ancestor of Christ.
What?
The author is unknown, but the genealogy at the end suggests that it was written during or after the time of David. After the time of David, actually.
Yeah. I don't think it was
All right.
before David.
No, it was not, because it mentions David. All right.
Yeah, all right.
Okay. Now, this is interesting because this book has been thrown in the middle of, or not in the middle, but at least somewhere in the middle of the Deuteronomistic history, which spans 6 books, and it was there's Judges, Joshua, Samuel, 1st and 2nd Samuel, and 1st and 2nd Kings.
Okay.
Those are that's the Deuteronomistic history. They were written by more or less the same person or same school, around the same time. So they were written for a particular perspective, but Ruth kind of takes place during that time. So in the narrative, they just kind of stuck it in there, even though it was written afterwards, probably. It was just kind of stuck in there. So that's why it's so out of order, because usually when scholars talk about the Deuteronomistic history and the 6 books that follow Deuteronomy, they don't talk about Ruth, because Ruth is not even part of that textual tradition.
And honestly, that's why, other than that it's so short, most people haven't heard of it.
Yeah. Okay, so let's get started with chapter 1. I will be starting us off. And gentlemen, you can, if you have commentary, if you have questions, or if you just want to make a joke.
Yeah, chime in.
Yeah, chime in, whenever.
Anytime.
It's a pretty relaxed show, honestly.
Yeah.
Steve, they mean a real joke, not what you're used to. Okay, so just hold back.
I'll try to remain quiet here for a few. It's tough.
Nah, Steve's got the same kind of jokes I have. It's fine.
They're dad jokes. You know,
Yeah.
what's wrong with dad jokes? I mean, if
Nothing
you're a
wrong.
dad,
Everything.
well, that's because I'm a dad.
Well, I'm a dad at heart. No children, but whatever.
So is Logic, but you don't hear him making shitty jokes.
Have you watched his videos?
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, you
Come
do.
on.
Really?
I think we all appreciate shitty jokes.
We do.
honestly.
Yeah, I like his shitty jokes. Not gonna front. They're kind of funny sometimes.
All right, Ruth 1.
Sometimes. Thanks, Steve. That's a ringing endorsement.
Ruth 1. In the days when the judges ruled, there was a famine in the land, and a man of Bethlehem in Judah went to sojourn in the country of Moab, he and his wife and his 2 sons. The name of the man was Elimelech. What a weird name. And the name of his wife, Naomi. And the names of his 2 sons were Mahlon and Chilion. Those sound like Pokemon.
They do.
They were Wait, hold on. Ephrathites. I said that right. Fuck off. Ephrathites from Bethlehem in Judah. They went into the country of Moab and remained there. But Elimelech, I gotta get used to that, the husband of Naomi, died, and she was left with her 2 sons. These took Moabite wives. The name of one was Orpah, and
That's
name
Oprah.
of the... What?
That's Oprah, obviously.
Obviously. It's prophesized. Orpah, and the name of the other, Ruth. They
How
lived
come you
there
never
about...
see kids named Orpah?
What?
Pretty
In
sure.
the real world, you never see kids named Orpah.
Never.
Pretty sure that's
If I have-
obvious.
Yeah, if I have another child, maybe I'll change that just so I can say, hey, guess what? There's an Oprah in the world
Obviously,
now.
they're going to think though that your parents meant to name you Oprah and they were just dyslexic.
Yeah, she ruined it for everyone.
She really did. Like,
You get a name. You get a name.
they lived there about 10 years, and both Mahlon and Chilion died, so that the woman was left without her 2 sons and her husband. So I really like how this introduction is like, there was a woman, she had this family, and then her family died.
Yep.
Really just a great setup.
I actually like that. It's to the point. You know, get through all the boring stuff. Just let us know what happened. They lived, they died. Period.
Orpah! Is that what they say for Jewish ceremonies after they stomp on the glass?
That's
That's
Opa.
Greek.
Opa!
That's
Oh, Greek.
and
It's Greek.
Opa.
Yeah. Greek, Jewish. What's the difference? Oprah.
You're Jewish.
I know. And you like it Greek.
Then
I will
she
not confirm or
arose
deny that.
with her daughters-in-law to return from the country of Moab, for she had heard in the fields of Moab that the Lord had visited his people and given them food. So she set out from the place where she was with her 2 daughters-in-law, and they went on the way to return to the land of Judah. But Naomi said to her 2 daughters-in-law, "Go, return each to her mother's house. May the Lord deal kindly with you, as you have dealt with the dead and with me. The Lord grant that you may find rest, each of you in the house of her husband." Then she kissed them, and they lifted up their voices and wept. And they said to her, "No, we will return with you to your people." But Naomi said, "Turn back, my daughters. Why will you go with me? Have I yet sons in my womb that they may become your husbands?" So that's
Gross.
Whoa.
a little presumptuous.
man.
Planning ahead. Get some sons in there and
Get
marry
some
them off.
sons in there.
Just
So
waiting.
disgusting.
I'm just sitting here waiting for a husband to be born.
Hey, he'll be ripe in another 18 years.
Oh,
Ugh.
terminology.
You know they wouldn't wait 18 years, Steve.
They would not.
This is true. This is like 2,000 years ago. What was it like? I don't know, 12 or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Really? No. Wasn't. No, I'm serious. Was it? I thought they had some kind of age limit even back
I think it
then.
was 10, something like that.
Wow. No, that's a Muslim thing, isn't it?
No, it's
Maybe.
it's
No,
I
it
get
would
all
be-
these religions confused. They're
It
so
would
confusing
be
to me.
younger in Islam because
yeah.
Muhammad's wife was like 9.
yeah.
Wow.
So,
Some stark realizations about those religions there, huh?
religion of peace.
If there's a pole on the field, you're ready to play tetherball.
Oh,
Wow.
man. Oh, man. Oh, no. Oh, no, no, no.
I'm sorry. I apologize for that.
That's a Lawrence level joke there.
That is a me level joke.
That's Lawrence to the key.
No, hold on. I got some good ones.
No, they're all pedophilic. They're horrible.
Grass on the field, play ball.
Yeah, that.
Yeah,
same
that one.
thing.
Grass in the field. If there's grass in the field, play ball. If not, play in the mud.
Oh God, no.
Yes.
Why?
Why does that exist?
Kyle, you did not prepare me for this
Why
properly.
did you have to go farther than that?
Because
Oh man.
it gets worse. That's why.
Hold on, it does get worse. Here, check this one out. Old enough to read, old enough to breed. Fucking
Oh, God.
awful.
Well, there's the sound of all of our careers.
Well, we all know that we're referencing.
Eject!
This is in reference to the Bible. Hashtag blame the Bible.
Hashtag blame the Bible.
Whenever it gets too controversial, hashtag blame the Bible.
Right. If she's not old enough to do it regularly, go anally. Blame the Bible.
Yes, there you go.
I don't think that's going to work out too well for you.
Oh, it's in there somewhere.
I'm sure it is. Alright, where the fuck was
I
I?
don't know.
Oh, right. She's
that's-
about to birth husbands, right, okay. Or she's
Horrible.
not going to. She's sad that she's not going to birth husbands.
Yeah.
Turn back, my daughters. Go your way, for I am too old to have a husband. If I should say I have hope, even if I should have a husband this night and should bear sons, would you therefore wait till they were grown? Oh, they were waiting. That's nice. Would you therefore refrain from marrying? No, my daughters, for it is exceedingly bitter to me for your sake that the hand of the Lord has gone out against me. Then they lifted up their voices and wept again. And Orpah kissed her mother-in-law, but Ruth clung to her. And she said, see, your sister-in-law has gone back to her people and to her gods. Return after your sister-in-law. But Ruth said, do not urge me to leave you or to return from following you. For where you go, I will go. What the fuck? What was that noise?
Yeah,
I
somebody
doubt
open
that
it.
was in the Bible. Wait, passage says what the fuck in the Bible? I need that reference.
Wait, which one?
Is that a translated thing or is that in Hebrew?
No, Lawrence just says what the fuck constantly.
Oh, okay. I thought that was like in the scripture.
It's like his. Yeah, he has to do that.
Yeah. Ugh. Fuck.
He's still sick a little.
A little bit, yeah. But Ruth said, do not urge me to leave you or to return from following you. For where you go, I will go, and where you lodge, I will lodge. Your people shall be my people, and your God my God. Where you will die, I will die,
Okay.
and there I will be buried. May the Lord do so to me, and more. Also, if anything but death parts me from you. And when Naomi saw that she was determined to go with her, she said no more. So very, a lot
Clingy.
of respect here for your elders,
Yeah, like
your parents, kind of.
you'll
It's very
die with
clingy.
them level.
Yeah, you'll die with them level. So die with your parents.
Yeah.
I keep forgetting we're using different versions because the version I'm reading going, where the hell is he at in this?
Right, yeah. That happens. You just kind of got to read between the lines.
I'm there. I'm there now.
Awesome.
Okay.
All right.
All right. So the two of them went on until they came to Bethlehem. And when they came to Bethlehem, the whole town was stirred because of them. Ooh, drama. And the woman said, is this Naomi? She said to them, do not call me Naomi. Call me Mara. Now, my Bible does have little footnotes here. So Naomi apparently means pleasant, and Mara means bitter. So if you want more evidence that this isn't a real fucking story, this is fucking allegory, the fucking names of all the people
How many times are you
mean
going
the
to say the
thing.
F
It
word
happens
today?
all the time. Fucking all the
I'm
time.
pretty sure I've met people named Mara.
No, but like the name is specifically meant to parallel something how they feel or where they are.
No, I get it. I'm just saying, like, if it means bitter, and I've actually met people named Mara, that's like a pretty shitty name to be giving your kid.
Yeah?
Yeah.
But kind of cool at the same time, like, because only you, like, she wouldn't know that because obviously her parents wouldn't tell her that. So it would be like an inside joke that you would have with her parents.
What?
Think about it.
How
I
do you,
did.
Because I don't know how to say it in Hebrew, but if If I had a kid, I would name them "Wish I Had an Abortion" in Hebrew.
Pretty sure you can't get that away with that one.
Well, I'm sure I could.
You wouldn't be able to tell, most people at
I
least.
wouldn't fucking know.
No one would know.
For the Almighty has dealt very bitterly with me. I went away full, and the Lord has brought me back empty. Why call me Naomi, when the Lord has testified against me, and the Almighty has brought calamity upon me? So Naomi returned, and Ruth the Moabite, her daughter-in-law, with her, who returned from the country of Moab. And they came to Bethlehem at the beginning of barley harvest. So,
Oh, I know when that is.
No, you fucking don't.
Oh, you're right.
So that was chapter 1.
That's it?
Yes. And
Oh, it's all done, huh?
What did we learn from chapter 1?
People had a lot of shitty names.
Not a
back.
fucking thing.
Parents hated their kids a lot.
Someone made up an edgy emo pseudonym for themselves, nickname.
Yes, they did.
It's just like the modern day.
Yep. It means the opposite of my name. Bitter.
Mora does sound emo.
And
Don't call me something nice. Call me bitterness itself.
Darkness, like my soul.
My life is shit.
So this is kind of one of those times where we see that the people are angry against God, but we're probably going to learn that it's, actually I have no idea, but maybe we're going to learn it, that apparently Naomi would have done something wrong for God to go up against her. Or maybe she was from the wrong tribe or something, because this theme is recurring throughout the entire book, how the Jews felt that the only reason bad things would happen would be if they were doing something wrong, because if they were doing everything right, then God wouldn't allow it to happen. Recurring theme. So maybe it's in here. I don't know. We'll find out. We did not learn much from
Chapter 1.
chapter 1, other than Ruth just being loyal to Naomi. I'm sorry, I mean Mara. So, I guess.
God, you forget my name like I forget I have a place in life.
Yeah, right.
All right. So
Emo chick.
I believe that Kyle is going to be reading chapter 2.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And whatever, there's that whole like, share, sub thing.
Oh yeah. Definitely, if you guys are enjoying the stream,
It's been bad so far. Please enjoy.
yeah, leave a like. It really helps us out. More viewer engagement means more views in general. It's really nice. So definitely leave a like, share, subscribe if you haven't. All that good stuff, all that good shilling stuff.
And chapter 2.
Yep, chapter 2. Kyle, whenever you're ready.
All right. Now, Naomi had a relative on her husband's side, a man of standing from a clan of Elimelech whose name was Boaz. And Ruth the Moabite said to Naomi, "Let me go to the fields and pick up the leftover grain behind anyone whose eye I find favor." Naomi said unto her, "Go ahead, my daughter." So she went out, entered a field, and began to glean behind the harvesters. As it turned out, she was working in the field belonging to Boaz, who was from the clan of Elimelech. And just then, Boaz arrived from Bethlehem and greeted the harvesters. "How y'all doing?" he said. That's a little extra.
Kyle,
This is the Southern
I want to
version.
hear you read. Like, genuinely, I want to hear you read an audiobook.
Yeah.
That should be your side gig, man. This is great.
The Lord bless you, they answered. Boaz asked the overseer of his harvesters, "Now, what does that young woman belong to you?" The overseer replied, "She is the Moabite who came back from Moab with Naomi. And she's a bitch. She said, 'Please let me glean and gather among the sheaves behind the harvesters.' And then she came into the field and has remained here from morning till now, except for a short rest in the shelter." So,
Hold on. So was she like scouting for a guy?
yeah.
Is that what fucking happened?
Absolutely. That's what glean means, to look at their penis.
Whoa!
All right. Well, she was scouting. All right. Let's go on.
Let's see where her scouter.
right.
What's her scouter say?
So Boaz said to Ruth, "My daughter, listen to me. Don't go and glean in another field. Don't go away from here. Stay here with the women who work for me. Watch the field where the men are harvesting and follow along after the women. I have told the men not to lay a hand on you, and wherever you are thirsty, go and get a drink from the water jars that the men have filled." And she was thirsty, let me tell you.
Oh yeah.
At this time, she bowed down with her face to the ground. She asked him, "Now, why have I found such favor in your eyes that you notice me, a foreigner?" Boaz replied, "I've been told all about what you have done for your mother-in-law since the death of your husband. How you left your father and your mother and your homeland and came here to live with people that you did not know before. May the Lord repay you for what you have done. May you be richly rewarded by the Lord. May the God of Israel, under whose wings you take refuge, under whose wings you have come to take refuge." I believe this is him instructing her on how to be a gold digger.
And
May I continue?
You know what's really interesting here? Don't we kind of see this similar thing? I forget which gospel it is, but the writer told you that like if you don't like hate your brother and father and mother and like the rest of your family, you can't like properly follow Christ. I think that's in there somewhere. I mean, I'm paraphrasing.
Jesus said that himself.
Yeah.
That was a quote from Jesus.
Yeah, like do you think that I think that it might like allude back to this because it kind of seems like leaving your family for God is
A thing.
Is the thing, yeah.
Well, he also tells you to honor your father and your mother. So Jesus is just fickle.
Frickle bitch.
May I continue to find favor in your eyes, my lord, she said. You have put me at ease by speaking kindly to your servant, though I do not have the standing of one of your servants. At mealtime, Boaz said to her, "Come over here. Have some bread and dip it in the wine vinegar." Ooh. When she sat down with the harvesters, he offered her some roasted grain. She ate all she wanted, and she had some left over. And she got up to glean. Again, this girl just does nothing but glean all day.
Yeah, right?
She's a cleaner.
Boaz gave orders to his men. "Let her gather among the sheaves and don't reprimand her. Even pull out some of the stalks from under the bundles and leave them for her to pick up, and don't rebuke her." So Ruth gleaned in the field until evening. She threshed the barley she had gathered, and it amounted to about an ephah. What the hell is that? Ephah.
Oh
Amounted
yeah.
to it, ephah.
It is about 3/5 of a bushel or 22 liters.
Hooray.
Oh my God, you have the metric conversion for ephahs or
Yes.
whatever.
it's in my version, like as a footnote.
They do their homework.
Oh, I thought you were just bringing that. Like,
Yeah, guns blazing.
I thought that was the metric system.
Efforts?
So
She
I
No
carried it
wonder
back.
you guys in America aren't using the metric system if you think it's that confusing.
Yeah, they don't get it.
You're in America.
Yeah, Americans don't get metric for some reason. I don't know why.
Hey, I'm an American and I get the
shut the
metric
fuck
system.
up.
Oh.
So
There's no reason to get it because everything is in not metric over here.
yeah, because we just want to be
Not
special.
metric.
But like every single scientific study is done in metric.
There's a reason
Who-
it's called imperial.
Who needs that shit?
Because we think we're better than everyone.
But the scientists. Oh,
So I would call it the imperial system.
hold on. Your camera just went off.
What?
Yeah, it said low battery and just turned off.
Okay.
That's fine.
All right.
I don't know. I guess it's not plugged in here.
Oh, okay. I guess my front-facing camera wasn't plugged in.
Weird.
But okay.
Low battery and
luckily-
then death.
Luckily,
Can
we
I
have
ask
another big
Can I
camera
ask a
here.
question
Yeah.
real quick?
We got lots of
where-
cameras. We got extras even.
Where's the other voice coming from?
God.
Here? It's me, Chris.
Yeah.
The guy who never reads the Bible.
where have you been all show? Where have you been all show?
I sit in the back and change the camera angles, text, and other things.
He actually does shit.
Wow.
Yeah.
Other than just
Wow.
read.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, he's not like Steve or Kyle. He runs the
He's-
show.
I just run the show. Yeah.
He's
Yeah,
like
we do.
David. Yeah.
It's my house, guys.
Yeah.
Because Kyle and I, we don't do a goddamn thing. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Huh.
No.
All right.
Well, I
What's-
just like, they don't like it when I just say stuff and nobody can hear me, so I have a mic.
Yeah. Because before he just had to like
Scream out stuff.
he just had to like shout it, and it was just really awkward. And you could barely hear him.
It happens every show with Steve. Trust me. I know your
It's
thing.
true.
So this is really interesting because I can't figure out if she wants to fuck this guy or not.
Probably.
This
Yeah.
this
That's what
bug.
Glean-
She's
That's
thirsty.
what gleaning means.
She's like,
Gleaming.
she's gleaning, yeah, and she's, cutting that barley down. Yeah.
So
Well,
In a
in that,
sexy kind of come hither kind of way.
isn't that what they mean when they say don't rebuke her? Wasn't rebuke a word for like fuck back then? That was like the F word back then. Like,
don't think
he's
so.
going back
I
there to
don't
rebuke
think so.
her really good right now.
I don't think so.
That's a joke, obviously.
I can see the direction we're going with this. Okay, keeping that in mind for my part.
Excellent.
So, fucking every time it says harvesters for you, mine says reapers.
That's awesome.
I like my translation more.
I like it a lot better, yeah.
It's definitely
Wait.
not the same, but I like it.
Yes. Because if we go along with our dyslexic timeline, that means that yours actually says rapers.
Amazing. You're an amazing scholar.
Wow. Gold
I do
medal
what I
award
can.
for you.
Nobel Prize.
Thank you, guys. All right, my work here's done. When you win the Nobel Prize, it's over.
All right, let's continue after an effa of barley.
Let's see, where were we? Her mother-in-law asked her, "Where did you glean today? Where did you work? Blessed be the man who took notice of you." Oh man. Then Ruth told her mother-in-law about the one whose place she had been working. "The name of the man I worked with today is Boaz," she said. "The Lord bless him," Naomi said to her daughter-in-law. "He has not stopped showing his kindness kindness to the living and the dead," she added. "This man is our close relative. He is one of our guardian redeemers."
Now I really want him.
At least I got the voice right for this particular kind of scene.
It feels very southern. It does.
Yeah. Then Ruth the Moabite said, "He even said unto me, stay with my workers until they finish harvesting all my grain."
That sounds like a euphemism.
That's a bukkake right
Yeah.
there. Naomi said to Ruth, her daughter-in-law, "It will be good for you, my daughter, to go with the women who work for him, because in someone else's field you might get harmed." So Ruth stayed close to the women of Boaz to glean until all the barley and wheat harvests were shot gracefully across her face, and she lived with her mother-in-law.
I'm going to go on a limb here, Kyle, but I just don't think you're exegeting right.
Oh, I'm exegeting fine.
He's exegeting all over the place.
That's it.
Love that shit. All right, so that was chapter 2, and it was fucking hilarious.
Yes, it was.
So I really can't. She's got like this weird. Let's face it, probably. They got like an actual daddy-daughter thing going on, an actual incestual thing going on. At least there's some sexual tension here. Let's face it, it's there.
It's kind of gross.
Yeah, but I mean, to each their own.
She certainly faced it.
Ha! I get it.
In her face.
So if you guys are enjoying the stream, I see 28 watchers. I should see 28 likes. That's what I should fucking see. Or dislikes, because it doesn't matter, because engagement is all that fucking matters.
And please continue to engage.
Yeah, so, and share and subscribe, all that good stuff. Opening up my do here. So, I just want to point this out. I love it when I get a bunch of uber religious commenters telling other people to dislike the video, and I'm like, thank you. That's amazing. All it does is fucking help us.
It tells people that we exist.
It does. It
And
tells
that people who have silly opinions dislike us. Oh, no.
like
How dare they tell people to interpret this in a sexual way?
fucking.
Not
did
what
that
this
for you.
means.
It's like click dislike so they get more viewer engagement. That'll show them.
Yeah.
Don't tell them.
Yeah, you just telegraphed your plan.
Whatever.
Tell them, please don't dislike my video. It really harms me in the algorithm, guys.
The algorithms, please don't
Now they're
hurt
not going
them.
to dislike it.
Oh no. It's a win-win situation.
I think so.
Yeah. All right. So let's get right into chapter 3, and chapter 3 is Steve.
Now, I don't think I have a voice to read this in, so can I just read it normally? As
Yeah,
far
yeah.
As, like,
I don't.
Okay.
I mean,
I
hate
can do a
it in
southern voice like this, but I don't sound very southern, so I people just like.
All right, so given
You lose viewers. See.
It's like a pedophile Colonel Sanders.
Yeah, people are like, well, according to what they were talking about, I don't know what show I'm on, so yeah, maybe that might fly for their audience. I really don't know. All right, Ruth 3. Naomi and her mother-in-law said to her daughter, "My daughter, I need to seek some security for you, so that it may be well with you. Now, here is our kinsman Boaz, whose young women you have been working." Wait, that sounds dirty. See, he is winnowing barley tonight at the threshing floor. Now wash and anoint
What the
yourself.
fuck does
Put on your
winnowing mean?
Winnowing is when you have this method of removing chaff from the wheat,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
you get rid of the
billows
garbage.
or something.
Okay, gotcha.
And put on your best clothes and go down to the threshing floor. But do not make yourself known to the man until he has finished eating and drinking. When he lies down, and observe the place he lies, and then go uncover his feet and lie down. And he will tell you what to do. Yes, he will. She said to him,
Oh man! Oh man! Oh man!
"This is getting good. I like
these,
this story."
If these people were any more inbred, they would be a sandwich.
I didn't realize there was so much sex in the Bible. This is all good news to me, and I've done Sunday school shit before. So
These
interesting.
atheists just can't get their heads out of the gutter.
Oh my goodness.
Everything
This-
is
this-
sex.
Do we have to change this to like an adult only kind of thing? What is it, 18 and plus?
What?
this
no,
is-
this is
okay.
fine. This
This
is
is fine.
Okay,
PG.
okay.
Yeah,
Maybe for the grass
the
on the
Bible,
field thing.
for
I
no
think
apparent
that's-
reason.
For the mud comment, definitely.
Oh,
The
probably
mud, yeah,
done that.
the mud
Yeah.
comment pushed it over.
That was over the top. She said to her, quote, "All that you tell me, I will do." So this is like a bondage
Kinky bitch.
submissive thing going on?
Yeah,
It's like, this is how you should act as a servant.
yeah.
Cool.
This
You
is,
know what? We need more servants like that.
Steve, I just called you an atheist and you didn't argue with me.
I gave up. It's not even worth the hassle, dude.
I was fishing, but you didn't go for it.
I know you do well, buddy. See,
Brilliant.
so this next phrase is kind of confusing to me. So she went down. That's what it says.
That's
Yeah.
because you're not used to it.
That's what she. Oh, more than you know.
Got
So
him.
it says this. I'm reading this verbatim. So she went down to the threshing floor and did just as her mother-in-law instructed her. When Boaz had eaten and drunk, he was in a content mood, and he went to lie down at the end of the heap of grain. Then she came stealthily and uncovered his feet and lay down. At midnight, the man was startled, and he turned over, and there, lying at his feet, was the woman. He said, "Who are you?" And she answered, "I am Ruth, your servant. Spread your cloak over your servant, for you are my next of kin."
Get on this dick.
This is getting good. I remember reading this before. See, this show is educational, guys.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah. He said, "May you be blessed by the Lord, my daughter. This last instance of your loyalty is better than the first."
That is
You're
lame
not-
foreplay.
This is kind of like little, anticlimactic for foreplay. "You have not gone after young men, whether poor or rich. And now, my daughter, do not be afraid, for I will do you all that you ask." There's a lot of subtext in here. I will do you
I need a shower.
all
Oh God.
that you ask.
Nasty ancient Bible sex. Is there anything worse than that?
All I've gotten so far really out of this is that she went down and I will do you. Okay?
Yep. Yeah, this is the fanfic section of the Bible.
So if you wanted to summarize, that's how you would do this. "For all that the assembly of my people know that you are a worthy woman. But now, though it is true that I am near kinsman, there is another kinsman more closely related than I. Remain this night, and in the morning, if he will act as next of kin for you, good, let him do it. If he is not willing to act of next of kin for you, Then as the Lord lives, I will act as next of kin for you. Lie down in the morning. You guys going to parse that out for me? I don't know what the hell's going on.
It means I will act like your brother and fuck your brains out.
Oh.
Right.
Oh, okay. So in order to have sex back then, you had to be like related.
Obviously.
Of course. Yeah.
Okay.
How do you think all this came about?
Yeah. Adam and Eve.
It was all
were
about
only two people.
It was all about it was all about the tribe. Like they really cared about continuing your lineage. So you had to be at least somewhat closely related to do that.
Okay. All right. So here we go. So she lay at his feet until morning, but got up before one person could recognize another. For he said, "It must not be known that the woman came to the threshing floor."
I've had many nights like that.
Yeah, we've all had nights like that we don't want anybody to know about. Then he said, "Bring the cloak you are wearing and hold it out." So she held it out. And he measured out 6 measures of barley and put it on her back. Then he went into the city. She came to her mother, who said, "How did things go with you, my daughter?" Then she told her all that the man had done for her, saying, "He gave me the 6 measures of barley, for he said, 'Do not go back to your mother-in-law empty-handed.'" She replied, "Wait, my daughter, until you learn how the matter turns out, for the man will not rest, but will settle the matter today."
Usually, when it's your first time, it's not barley that the guy puts on your back.
Have you guys ever Superman?
At my age, I just spit on their back and they don't know the difference.
Oh my God! I just got that feeling that your parents tell you about, like when you're out as a little kid, and they say, if somebody comes around and offers you candy, and you get that feeling, you need to come tell an adult. Steve, that sentence you just said gave me that feeling. Like, I need to go tell an adult.
Spat on my back, mommy. Stranger danger. Stranger danger.
Gandalf just spit on my back.
You think that's funny? My mom lived the stranger danger thing. I grew up in that era, and my mom was so paranoid, it was ridiculous, of stranger danger. And I still to this day can't tell her, "Mom, it's complete bullshit." And she still doesn't believe it. She does it to me today. She's 88, and she's like, "You need to be careful, Steve." It's like, oh God, Mom,
That's incredible.
It must be a dry season if the stranger danger's coming after you at this age, Steve.
Yeah. So I do have a lot of strangers coming at me saying, "Don't talk to strangers." I'm like, "Mom, I wouldn't have a fucking channel."
Don't you know about the pedophile sex dungeon, Steve? They want to kidnap you and use your beautiful young body, Steve.
Pizzagate.
Steve is just their type.
I probably am.
Run your fingers through
Young
my
and
whiskey.
nubile, I guess. Oh God. The good thing this is on your channel, guys.
I really hope that this is what you're going for, and that we haven't just completely
We probably have wrecked it.
turned the show into a complete train wreck.
No,
They knew what they're getting themselves into.
this show is very much open to being whatever. Like the priority is just to have fun, but sometimes we learn something.
Yeah.
Famous last words.
I don't think we
now,
learned a
guys.
single thing here, and I think that's just fine.
Famous last words.
You're up next.
All right.
All right. Wait, Steve, was that the end of your chapter?
That was it. Yes, sir.
Okay. And after Logicked is done with his chapter, I pulled up a few things here from the Oxford Companion to the Bible. It's this big-ass, fat, like, glossary type thing. So, all Bible stuff. So I pulled up a couple interesting things that I found
It's an enabler. It's an enabler.
It just might be, So, yeah, definitely if you guys haven't, like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Really helps us out. And then Logicked, you can take it away with the final chapter of Ruth, because Ruth is incredibly short. Chapter 4.
All right, and I'm using the American Standard Version, which I've been following along with, and I'm pretty sure it has the spiciest translation of any of them.
All right, fantastic.
Nice.
But I don't think this is the spiciest chapter. I think the spice might be gone by now.
Oh, this is the big Acts chapter, yeah.
No, there's some
All right, now let me try for the proper voice here. Now Boaz went up to the gate and sat him down there, and behold, the near kinsman of whom Boaz spake came by.
Hold on, gentlemen, hold on. I forgot to say.
It hasn't come up yet.
I know it hasn't come up yet. Whenever there's behold,
We say behold.
we say behold.
Oh,
Like
Now
everybody
Boaz
does.
went up to the gate and sat him down there, and behold!
Behold!
No!
Behold!
Ugh!
Ah!
Thank you.
Good? And behold, the near kinsman of whom Boaz spake came by, unto whom he said, Ho, such a one!
Wait,
Turn aside, sit down here.
I'm
And he
dying
turned
right now.
aside and sat down. And he took 10 men of the elders of the city and said, Sit ye down here. And they sat down. And he said unto the near kinsman Naomi, that is come again out of the country of Moab, selleth the parcel of land that which was our brother Elimelech's. I don't know what the fuck is going on here. And I thought to disclose it unto thee, saying, Buy it before them that sit here, and before the elders of my people. If thou wilt redeem it, redeem it. But if thou wilt not redeem it, then tell me, that I may know. For there is none to redeem it besides thee, and I am after thee. Can someone fill me in here?
I am very confused, actually.
Yes, you have to use this voice for Logic for one episode. This is fantastic.
And it said, I will redeem it.
I can see him now. Welcome to hell, y'all.
Then said Boaz, What day thou buyest the field of the hand of Naomi, thou must buy it also of Ruth the Moabitess. It actually says Moabitess.
Yeah?
I love that word. The wife of the dead, to raise up the name of the dead upon his inheritance. Y'all? If anyone wants to interject, please do, because I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about.
I'm not even sure what's going on. So somebody wants to get some land.
He
I got
has a
nothing, man.
redeemed.
Just keep plowing through.
Yeah, just plow.
He's
All
got a
Like-
redeemed
just like
voucher
Ruth
that's
plow.
only good for this store.
Trust in the voice, Logic. Trust in the voice.
All right.
Yeah, we
If
have
you
no
want me
idea
to
what it
stop,
sounds-
huh? If you want me to stop, just yell "Behold" really loud. and I'll stop.
Behold.
Okay. Guess that's it then. Y'all.
Ah, you fucking piece of shit, Kyle.
You've ruined it.
I've been
right.
called worse by better.
That's
And the
fair.
near kinsman said, I cannot redeem it for myself, lest I mar my own inheritance. Take thou my right of redemption on thee, for I cannot redeem it. I'm just starting to read it like the little happy forest friend Satanists from South Park.
Yes, that's a good
What
Now
choice.
this was the
What
custom
version
in
do you
former
have?
time in Israel concerning redeeming and concerning and exchanging, to confirm all things. A man drew off his shoe and gave it to his neighbor. And this was the manner of attestation in Israel. So the near kinsman said
Oh,
unto
aren't you
Boaz,
glad?
Buy it for thyself. And he drew off his shoe.
Limney winks.
I am so lost. Is this Ruth 4?
Yeah.
I don't even find the word shoe in my version. I'm so lost.
I have sandal. Is my mic good now, Chris?
Yeah, we did it.
Uh,
I have
I
Nike.
told you this translation was
I got
spicy.
Nike in mine.
I have Nike.
okay. So, this is okay. So mine does have sandal, but what a
Okay. I know. I see it now. Thank
okay,
you.
but what a weird tradition that is. Fucking, this is so weird. Okay, so it was a custom concerning redeeming and exchanging. Like, this is how they like signed a contract in a way.
Yeah, to confirm the transaction.
But one drew off his sandal and gave it to the other.
How does that something like that come about? They're like,
These
okay,
people
we're
are so fucking stupid.
going to confirm the transaction. So here's my sandal.
Well, they're inbred. They don't know what you
That was a
want.
good idea at the time.
Give me your finger. No problem. We'll chop it right off.
Oh,
If this was
fucking-
over in the Arab countries, you'd probably get killed because if you take your sandal off and show him the bottom of your feet, that's considered an insult.
But you can throw it at George Bush and he will dodge it very quickly.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Ninja skills.
My favorite Bushism is the time he said that he believed that humans and fish could coexist peacefully.
That's the best one.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah. And when wings take dream.
When wings take a dream.
That was the other Bushism we really like.
That's a good one.
The best one was fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice. You're not gonna get fooled again.
Yeah. Not gonna get fooled again.
All right, let's continue with the shoe throwing, I think.
This is thrilling. And Boaz said unto the elders and unto all the people, Y'all are witnesses this day, that I have brought all that was Elimelech's and all that was Chilion's and Mahlon's on the hand of Naomi. Moreover, Ruth the Moabitess, the wife of Mahlon, have I purchased to be my wife, to raise up the name of the dead upon his inheritance, that the name of the dead be not cut off from among his brethren, and from the gate of his place. Y'all are witnesses this day. And all the people that were in the gate and the elders said, We are witnesses. Jehovah make the woman that is come into thy house like Rachel and like Leah, which two did build the house of Israel. And do thou worthily in Ephrathah, and be famous in Bethlehem. And
Did
let
you just
thy
have a
house
stroke?
be like... What?
Did you just have a stroke there?
Hey, Logic, do you smell burnt toast at the moment?
Hebrew words are kind of like having a stroke. Ephrathah. And let thy house be like the house of Perez, whom Tamar bare unto Judah, of the seed which Jehovah shall give thee of this young woman.
So,
Are they still? They're still talking about fucking, right? And then they're
I
also
think so.
talking about like buying wives.
yeah. So this is definitely more about like the lineage, because I think this is kind of a book to justify the shit. What's the fucking name of his clan? The clan of Elimelech. I'm guessing that it was probably written by someone of that tribe, because, or clan, I guess, that family, because it justifies owning this whole portion of land.
Clade.
Clay. I guess.
I'm kind of confused about this line that says, "Ruth the Moabitess, the wife of Mahlon, have I purchased to be my wife." Like, what is this about? You just bought someone else's wife?
Oh, because her husband died, so now he's buying her.
See, it's harder to get the context when you're actually reading it. Like, I'm concentrating on reading it out loud in a funny voice.
Yeah, I gotcha.
All right, I guess I'll just go on.
Yep.
So Boaz took Ruth, and she became his wife. And he went in unto her, and Jehovah gave her conception, and she bare a son. And the women said unto Naomi, Blessed be Jehovah, who hath not left thee this day without a near kinsman, and let his name be famous in Israel. And he shall be unto thee a restorer of life, and a nourisher of thine old age. For that daughter-in-law who loveth thee is better to thee than 7 sons. Who is better to thee than 7 sons hath borne him. And Naomi took the child and laid it in her bosom, and became nurse unto it. And the women her neighbors gave. This is terribly they could at least put commas where they need to be.
Just the phrasing.
And the women her neighbors gave it a name, saying, There is a son born to Naomi, and they called his name Obed. He is the daughter. He is the daughter. He is the father of Jesse, the father of David. Now these are the generations of Perez. Perez begat Hezron, and Hezron begat Ram, and Ram begat Amminadab, and Amminadab begat Nahshon, and Nahshon begat Salmon. Oh, Salmon.
Salmon.
And Salmon begat Boaz, and Boaz begat Obed, and Obed begat Jesse, and Jesse begat David. Fuck my life.
All right, so
Amen.
as we have learned, this is very much about it all culminates in the lineage of David. So I pulled up some stuff here from the Oxford Companion to the Bible. Some stuff I thought was neat.
Yeah, I fell asleep.
Almost 2/3 of the story is conveyed in conversation, a characteristic of biblical storytelling artistry. Both conversation and narration include captivating literary devices. For example, on the road back to Bethlehem, the hesitation of Orpah and Ruth, the combined urging and complaint of Naomi, and the commitment of Ruth are all handled with superb pacing. I wouldn't really call it superb. And beautiful language, don't give a shit. Guide words, such as return in scene 1 and glean in scene 2, bind episodes internally. Keywords in pairs are used to link scene to scene and connect the posing of plot problems to their own resolution. Like lads Naomi has lost in 1:5, with the lad Naomi gains in 4:16. Yahweh's wings of care in 2:12, with Boaz's wings of marital commitment in 3:9. The storyteller is sparing in detail, providing only the essentials and sometimes leaving gaps. We are taken by surprise in 4:3 by a field that Naomi can sell, and are not told whether Boaz and Naomi ever met. So I just think the literary devices in this are interesting. The kind of verbal parallels that exist internally. To me, that all screams, this isn't real. Is that just me? Because that's not how history is written. That's how fiction is written. I don't know.
Anybody?
Agreed. Agreed. I think it's just us now.
Oh, what happened?
Well, Logic had a top
Yeah.
hat incident.
Yeah, I kind of seized up and fell over off of my chair after I read all that.
Did you have a Logic EXE failure, a blue screen of death, or something?
Yeah, something like that. I have to reboot occasionally.
Yeah, we got one of those like
Run, Logic, run!
We got one of those just as we were starting an interview once. Like the guy just started recording
Oh, yes.
and it just
died.
died.
And went, with his voice. With his voice. Because he was still talking when the computer crashed. So the computer was just looping him saying, It was hilarious.
Yeah, it was ridiculous. Cause that was so fucking annoying. Let's hear the climax. Love the phrasing, considering what we just read. Which comes with the note about David in 4:17, suggests that blessings of Israel's royal line is an issue here. The blessing speeches in 4:13 and 17 are comparable to other Near Eastern royal blessings. If the David theme is intrinsic to the book, this was often debated in the past, then it provides the historical datum that David had a Moabite ancestor. The book is quite probably part of a cycle of stories about David's ancestry, which would include Genesis 38 and other episodes now lost. For instance, about Perez and Zerah, prepared for by Genesis 38:27-30, and about Obed, prepared for by Ruth 4:16-17.
Thank you, Tony Rowland, for abandoning God.
Yes, thank you, Tony Rowland, for abandoning God.
There we
That's
go.
what happens when.
People sub during the
Yeah.
stream.
Yeah. So that is. Those are the two little interesting things I found in here about that. I could have pulled up more, but we were kind of setting up stuff before the stream, so I didn't really have too much of a chance to. If you guys are enjoying the stream, definitely drop a like, share, and subscribe. All that good stuff if you haven't already. We really appreciate it. So that was the Book of Ruth. The entire Book of Ruth, very sexual.
Very much fantastical in the way it seems written.
Yeah, just a lot of dirty scenes in here. What did you guys think of Ruth?
A lot of Gleaning and Bukkake.
I was kind of turned on, but we got stuff we got to do here soon, so I don't have time to relieve any stress. So
That's disgusting.
It was all right
I'll
until
go-
chapter 4.
I'll go watch.
It kind of dropped off after that, and the reading was just terrible.
Hey, Logic, I'm gonna go watch one of your videos and get off real quick. Is that cool?
I'm not sure.
I'm sure somebody's done it before,
I'm not
haven't
sure I'm
they?
comfortable with that, Steve. That sounds like.
Guys,
Rape-
I apologize.
rape
I
culture.
can't take him anywhere. I really can't. I can't
He doesn't let me out often.
anywhere.
No, you must be a menace.
Steve is the answer to the question: what would the Comic Sans font look like in human form?
More like Arial or something, or maybe Times New Roman.
Times
I
New
don't
Roman.
think so.
That's
Come
too
on, Steve. Get
straightforward.
over yourself.
You
Maybe-
don't like
maybe-
Times New Roman?
Maybe Papyrus.
Times New Roman is great. It's very
Yeah,
classic.
yeah,
So
exactly.
Like everybody writes in that.
Yeah,
that's
and it's
a great
easily
font.
forgotten.
Maybe Papyrus. He might be that.
All right.
Oh, that's a good one.
So that was a fairly short show today because it's a really short book. Lots of sex though. If you guys are into erotica.
Feel free and rewatch
Yeah.
all of this for the
Yeah.
high quality.
No, hold on. Not if you guys are into erotica. If you guys are into ancient biblical erotica. There is a huge difference.
Oh, yes.
And there will be a big, there will be a massively different end result, I think. One, will you be waking up to a curled up woman at your feet telling you that she'll do whatever you want. And the other one, you're going to go to bed because the other person has a headache. So.
Fun.
And I think there's a real market for ancient biblical erotica.
Yeah, Southern ancient biblical erotica.
Goddamn right.
Yeah. That's the Book of Ruth. And I will get in contact with some patrons after the show to figure some stuff out. Thank you guys for joining us. Drop a like if you haven't. All that good shit. Check out our Patreon.
How about our guests say goodbye about whatever, maybe?
I will say that too.
Well,
Fucking,
all right.
fucking
all right.
give me a goddamn
Okay.
minute. So Patreon, Facebook, Twitter, the website, all that stuff is in the description below. Get yourself a Behold t-shirt. Those are on Teespring. And I will...
Behold!
Behold! And definitely, gentlemen, you can start shilling out your shit.
Go
so
nuts.
Just go off and chill.
We'll let the Godfather go first, Mr. Logic.
Oh, I got nothing to shill.
Neither do we.
Yeah.
But if you haven't seen our show yet, don't, because it'll change your life in a bad way. So.
You know what? I'm going to shill something stupid. Buy a T-shirt.
Yes.
Don't
Nice.
even bother subscribing to my channel, following me on Twitter, or any of that nonsense. Just buy a T-shirt. You don't need to know who I am. Just they're good. They're quality.
Amen.
And go lie at somebody's feet tonight.
Right.
Oh, please do. Yeah.
Glean the bukkake all over your face.
Glean it everywhere.
All right. Well, thank you guys for joining us so much. I had a good time. Hopefully you guys did too. And
It's fun. It was fun.
yep.
We're gonna ask.
He was talking to the people, his viewers.
I was
Steve,
talking to
not
all
you.
of
I'm talking to the viewers.
actually.
I'm talking to the viewers too. We're gonna have Mercedes on. We're gonna ask her if she knows what glean means.
Oh, she's been gleaned.
Excuse me, glean.
All right. So thank you guys so much, and see you next Sunday.
Yep, there it is.
See you around,
Shalom.
y'all.